Hi, love. How you holding up? Yeah, I know. I heard. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but still, how can I help? But I'm sure there's something. Hey, don't be like that. No, I mean it. Don't be like that. You don't have to be strong for me, or for anyone else. You know that, right? Okay, you know it academically, but do you really know it? Your feelings are valid. No, stop that. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be sad. And it's totally okay to show that. What do you mean? Why on earth would that be weak? Sweetness, do you really think it's weak to cry? Hey, let me tell you something. And please listen because it's really important. Crying is a good thing. It helps you get the emotions out. Sometimes words aren't really available, but crying can be a huge relief. Crying lets you deal with what you're feeling, and it's a totally normal thing. Of course not. I could never think less of you for expressing emotion. If anything, I love you more for feeling comfortable enough with me to let me see that side of you. It would mean you trust me with that. Frankly, I'd be more frustrated with you if I thought you were actively working to hide your feelings from me. It's never weak to feel stuff. It's never ever weak to be human. You're human. You're allowed to feel. And it's a good thing to let those feels out however you need to, regardless of who's watching or what people might think. Anyone who judges you for crying is an ass. Honestly. There's zero shame in it. But there is shame in trying to shame people for it. We feel what we feel. Can't change that. Well, no, of course not all the time. If you're crying all the time, there's probably something really wrong, and we'd want to talk to a professional about that. But in cases like this, a good cry can be cathartic. No, I get that. I know there are times when you just can't cry, even if you want to. We all deal with negative emotions at our own pace and in our own time. But what's important is that we do deal with them. Of course, bottling up your feelings doesn't help anyone. I actually have an example if you want to hear it. There was a time once that I went to work and I got some really bad news. Like, really bad. Something bad had happened to one of our clients. A lot of my coworkers were crying, but I just couldn't. I sat there like I was made of stone. I don't think I felt anything. I listened to the person telling us the information, and then I went and got to work. At the end of my shift, I went home, and I sat down in front of the TV. Our client's story was on the news. And right there, alone in my house, hours after I got the news, I burst into tears. I cried my eyes out because I was finally ready to. And it did help. I was angry and upset and sad and all of that, but the crying did help. It took some of the tension off and let me catch my breath and deal with what I felt. No one is saying you have to cry, but please know that you can. You can always cry if you need to. There's no weakness in that. If anything, there's strength in acknowledging your emotions and embracing them. That's maturity. That's humanity. Oh, sweetness, of course. I will always be here for you. If you want me to hold you while you cry, I'm here. If you'd rather I just hold your hand, I can do that too. I can do anything you need me to do by way of support. We're in this together, right? Exactly. I've got you. Cry if you need to. Let it all out if you feel like it. You are amazing, and I am so proud to be with you. I love you, sweetness. Now and forever. In good times and bad times and all the other times too. Always.